Okay, at this point I owe you a month worth of updates, so here we are. In general, right now I have this feeling that I'm finally living my life, that it's not on pause, that it's like the way it's supposed to be. As insane as it sounds, I feel at peace. Honestly, there are much less air raids, but if there are air raids, I react to them very differently, and I believe that it's because of the medication. For example, recently there was a ballistic attack on Odessa, and I was outside during it, and I didn't even really get scared. I mean, I've had a physical reaction of startling, but I don't think even my pulse went up. Meanwhile, I just live my life as usual, staying mostly at home, but sometimes I do go out with friends into some museums. However, the museums are quite disappointing, to be fair. First of all, because most of the exhibits were taken away, they were evacuated, so they feel mostly empty. But they did take out some, should I say, less important pieces from their archives, and they exhibited them, and I absolutely fell in love with one of the painters that I have never heard of before. It's an Odessa painter, and his works are amazing. I'm so super in love with them. But I think it's also an opportunity to learn about modern artists. For example, recently I was lucky to attend an exhibit of an Odessa young artist. She is a military medic. Her call sign is Chantal. And she had an exhibition that I was lucky to attend and to talk to her, to hear the stories behind her paintings that are all about her memories, about her experience during the war. Meanwhile, I try to use this time this summer to rest and regain my strength, because I know that soon we will have to go back to making trench candles for the soldiers, because winter is a-coming. Meanwhile, we are still working. We are making balms and candles against mosquitoes, because they are a really big problem. And a few weeks ago, my friend and I attended a forum dedicated to communicating of our government with local social organizations. And as good as it sounds in theory, in my opinion, it was a waste of time, because of a little law that we have in our system that says that when you register an organization, you have to decide whether you will be helping the civilians or the military. Obviously, most of the organizations that participated were representing civilians, and every time we asked for some help that we needed for the soldiers, that was the problem. They were not allowed to help the soldiers, and it was extremely frustrating on our part, and I hope to work on that more in the future. For us, it was a learning experience. We learned to communicate with the government. We kind of saw how the process is going. We will be more prepared in the future, hopefully. Another interesting moment in my life was obviously the sudden appearance of F-16 that flew right above my house. I got scared for like a millisecond, then I realized that this is the sound that doesn't look like any other sound that I already know. So basically it's not like anything that I have already heard in the skies above me, so it must be F-16s, yay! So it was really big moral boost, but it was also really scary. This plane is so loud. But other than that, it's been quite a lazy month. I mostly spend time at home doing some arts and crafts and stuff like that. I also paint empty shells so that we can sell them and turn them into more money for the military. For example, here you can see me holding a wing from a glided bomb. My boss won this thing at an auction and sent it to me so that I can paint it and resell it and make more money for the military. And I'm continuing to learn the Crimean Tatar language. I'm taking a course on art composition, and just in general, right now I'm focusing on regaining strength before the season of making trench candles for the winter. So yeah, that's my July.